What's going on, everyone? It's Ben from YGO from Zero, back with another Retro Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's video is going to be a fun one. We're going to dive into the results and gameplay from the YGO from Zero Retro Tournament 3, which was held in Imperial Format in the YGO from Zero Discord. If you want to be around for the next YGO from Zero Retro Tournament, then hop on over to the Discord. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing in Android format, which is a bit more popular than Imperial, so I'm expecting a bit more people. But this one had a pretty good turnout. We had about 15 players, and I think that's pretty good for a pretty obscure format. I think that there was an interesting variety of decks and choices that people made. So let's just go down to the deck breakdown here, and you'll see that most people were on Tomato Control, which makes sense. But what's not really encapsulated in this category is that a lot of people made some very interesting choices with Tomato Control. For instance, Clody was on Hand Control, playing things like Time Seal and White Magical Hat. And Aomine was on a deck that didn't really play any traps in the main deck to try and make things like Mystical Space Typhoon and Dust Tornado dead. So there was a lot of interesting experimentation with the Tomato Control sort of list. And there were some other decks represented as well, although in less quantity. There was a Soul Control player, a Germ Burn player, a Flip Control player, a Recruiter Control player, and a Relinquished player. And you may think from this deck type representation, well, the format doesn't really seem that diverse. It seems just dominated by Tomato Control, and you'd be partially correct given that Tomato Control is such a dominant deck. However, one of these 5 decks here actually did manage to make it to the finals and was actually undefeated in Swiss. So that's really cool in a tournament like this. And I think it shows that the format is a bit more diverse than a chart like this may show. Now, without keeping you in suspense here, the deck that did actually make it to finals along with Tomato Control was Relinquished, which I actually was playing in the tournament. And it was a really cool list. I'm going to go into it in a second. But first, I want to talk about the topping Tomato Control list, which was piloted by Aratos. Now, this list is pretty standard for a Tomato Control deck. Some things to note, that they're playing 3 MST, 1 Dust Tornado, 1 Heavy Storm. I think this is a pretty decent ratio. I generally go with like 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Dust Tornado because I like the reactivity. But Heavy Storm is still a very good card in this format and can punish a lot of setting of back row. So I do think that it does have its place in this deck. Some other things to note are the 2 Noblemen of Crossout in the main deck. I think this makes a lot of sense, this format, given that, you know, there is a lot of aggressive elements to it with things like Jinzo and the Mechanical Chasers, but unlike Android, which follows it, it's not really as aggressive. There still are a lot of decks that utilize a lot of flip monsters like Magician of Faith and Man-Eater Bug, so I really do like the 2 Noblemen in the main deck to punish that. And in addition, they've got a Giant Soldier of Stone in here, as 2K Defenders are still really tough to get over, even if Jinzo's around and kicking. Everything else in the deck can't really get over 2K Defender, and so I do really think it's a good inclusion here. I'm not going to dive too much more deeply into this deck. I've got a ton of videos on this sort of good stuff Tomato Control deck for Imperial that you can check out if you're interested. But this is a very solid list if you want to pick up the deck for yourself. And congratulations to Aratos for piloting to victory. Now, of course, the real spicy deck in this tournament that did really well was Relinquished. And I'm not sure how much of this was the deck itself or my skill as a player, as I have practiced this format quite a bit for my videos. So I feel like that experience gives me a little bit of an edge. But, you know, a lot of other players in the tournament also did grind this format a lot to prepare for it. So I think that the success of this deck was more based on the deck itself. I think that Relinquished should maybe be considered tier 1 at this point. Now, there are some things that do punish Relinquished, as, you know, it's very easy to side against if people have the right cards in their side deck to bring in against it and know how exactly to play against it. But through my experience in the tournament, I thought this deck was killer. Like, I went undefeated in the Swiss, and then in finals, I actually brought it to the second game because this was a double elimination tournament. So I brought it to the second match, and in both matches, it went to the third game. So this deck is very, very formidable. It can put up a major fight against a lot of the other sort of meta decks in the format. And I think it's very, very good. So I actually do think that this maybe belongs in tier 1 at this moment. But in the future, it could easily drop down to tier 2. I do hope that people take this opportunity to experiment with the deck a little bit more, because I sort of just went with the build that I showed off in my video on the deck that you can also check out on my channel. But there are different directions you can go and things that you can potentially change around. Like these 3 Solemn Judgment in the deck here, that may be a little bit of a holdover from Treasure format. I also wanted to prevent things like Jinzo from hitting the field, but I think they were kind of underwhelming in the tournament, so I definitely think that you can sort of swap these out for other things, and with things like cancels running around, that might be the best thing to do here. The side deck could also maybe use some work. Like I saw some people after the tournament talking about maybe doing a smokescreen side into a more typical good stuff tomato control list, which is something that you might want to experiment with, although it is a bit difficult given that you've got like 8 cards in your engine that you'd be swapping out. But it is something you can do, and it would be interesting to see how that works. But either way, I was glad to be able to pilot this to a 2nd place finish and sort of show that this deck does have a lot of potential in this format, and show that Imperial isn't just sort of like a one-note tomato control mirror match format. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and I look forward to people exploring it more in the future and hopefully showing off more of this format on my channel. But now that I've covered the results of the tournament, you do kind of have a spoiler as to who wins, but I did film myself live playing these matches while it was going on. There was a stream for the finals as well. Janjo hosted that on his channel, so definitely check that out. It was a lot of fun there. And me and Aratos both hopped on that at the end after the matches to sort of air our thoughts on the format and the matches. But in the meantime, here's my live gameplay of those matches as they happened, so I hope you enjoy them. What's going on, everyone? It's the Imperial Format finals, so I'm facing off against Aratos here, and this should be a pretty fun one. I'm recording my live gameplay here. Janjo will be streaming this live, although if you're watching this video, then the time for that's probably passed, but I hope you did check that out. And yeah, so let's start off with a good one, Confiscation. Oh, okay, well, I mean, I think Pot of Greed is the pick here. They've got 2 times tomato, mech, and mirror. So that mirror force is going to come up later probably. But I think ultimately this is a fine hand. Do we want to bluff? I don't necessarily think we want to bluff here. If they've got a hand rip, they get a hand rip off the top, but I think that's fine. The cards in hand are just too good to bluff with. But this is exciting. Let's see what they do here now. They are going to think a bit, and it is a bit tough. You could go for the Mechanical Chaser. You could go for, yep, looks like they are indeed going to go for that. So we'll reveal the tomato here. Bring out another tomato, I think. I think that's probably best. Yeah, let's go for another tomato. Main 2, they're going to set 1, very likely the Mirror Force. Oh, Premature Burial is incredibly good here. Let's summon the Mechanical Chaser. We're just crashing our Mechanical Chasers here. They're probably going to let that go through. Maybe not, though. They're thinking. They're thinking about this. I mean, ultimately, we're fine if they bring out a tomato. We obviously... Okay, yeah, they are going to do that. So what I think this is they're probably going to try and bring out a tomato here. So they've got the Mechanical Chaser, summon out tomato, attack into our tomato with the Mechanical Chaser. They've got tomato to crash, and they're going to try and get some value here. Unfortunately for them, we're just going to, I think, go into a Sangan probably. That's the best option here because they keep their tomato on field. We take 400 here, and we can search out a Sonic Bird, which is pretty nice. So I do want to grab the Sonic Bird. Sonic Bird can get us into other stuff. They do have a set. It's a little bit unfortunate. But let's see what we get. Oh, that Sangan is pretty nice there. I don't necessarily think we want to use it. We got the option to go a bit greedy here if we want to. This is tricky because what we could do... Yeah, we could just This is a thinker. Because we could just summon Sonic Bird, go for relinquish one of their monsters, but then we don't have a way to deal with the other one, really. We don't necessarily want to take the tomato. I think we just want to Raigeki the board, honestly. Let's just try going for the Raigeki first thing. Because if they've got Imperial Order, then of course that changes the math here. Okay, good. They don't have Imperial Order. Now that we've done that, let's go for the Sonic Bird. And let's see if they let us get the ritual, and they do. So we are going to add the ritual to hand here. And we could go for Relinquish this turn, but they don't have any monsters, so I don't really think it's that useful. We do know about the tomato, so they will be able to crash into our bird next turn, which is, of course, unfortunate. But ultimately, I think that this is fine. It's a bit iffy. Yep, they will be able to crash the tomato here. They can bring out either another tomato, or they can bring out like a witch or a Sangan, which is, of course, unfortunate. But we'll have Relinquish to suck that up, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And we do know that Mirror Force is gone, so we can feel safe attacking with Relinquished. Yep, and they're going to go for the Sangan there. I think that makes perfect sense. They're going to attack in, pass back to us. Forceful is an incredible draw here. Oh, man, that actually changed a lot, because we could just attack in to their Sangan. Maybe with our Sangan even. Ooh, this actually changed a lot. Wow. I think we hold the Forceful for later. I think we just want to suck up their monster now. So let's go for the Sangan. I don't think we can win here, but with Relinquish you can make some major pushes, so you never quite know. I am going to fire the Black Illusion Ritual, and let's see if that's fine. That is indeed fine. So I'm going to tribute off this Sangan, special summon out Relinquished, and attack. And then off the Sangan, I'm going to search probably a Senju, just to deck thin a little bit more. Yeah, I think I want the Senju. I'm going to grab that Senju there. And then I'm going to suck up the Sangan. And this is pretty good. We can attack in for 1,000. And, I mean, if they get called the Haunted, that could be bad for us, because then they can potentially clear our Relinquished next turn with 2 monsters. But other than that, I feel pretty good. I don't... There is an argument to fire the Forceful now, but I don't actually want to go for that, as I feel... Yeah, I'm not going to go for the Forceful now. I'm going to save it for later, as they probably can clear the Sangan off of our Relinquished with an attack in here, and I want to save the Forceful for that. So this may be a bit of a suspect play, but I feel ultimately fine about it. I could get majorly punished here, so let's find out. I do get majorly punished if they Dark Hole search Mask or Raigeki search Mask. That would be really bad, which could happen here. So let's see if that does indeed happen. This would be the major punish, but I got a little bit greedy maybe. Let's find out what they do. They're going to add a Witch. That is perfectly fine by us. They're going to bring out Witch. That's fine. And they're going to get in for 1,100. That is perfectly okay. Let's see what they do now. Ooh, they're thinking. Maybe this means they do have a call, and they want to get... Yeah, it looks like they might have a call here. Yep, they do. Yep. That is okay. It's a bit awkward for us, because... we're losing a fair bit of life points, but this actually works out decently well for us. And that tomato is very nice as well. We can fetch out Witch. But I think what I want to do here, summon Senju, search out the last Relinquished in deck just to clear that out of the way. And then I think, I have to think about this. I could potentially... I think I want to revive the Relinquished no matter what, but can I get more aggressive here? No, I think I just want to go for the relinquished. So I'm going to... yeah, I probably want to fire the premature burial now. Yeah, I'm going to go for premature burial. It's kind of iffy as if they've got spell and trap removal, then this can deal with that. But I am going to bring back that relinquished, and I'm going to grab the witch with that. Now I can move the witch onto the relinquished there. And I feel like this is okay. If they've got Dark Hole, that's really bad, obviously, but I feel otherwise pretty fine. So I'm going to attack in to their Sangan with the relinquished. They're going to take 100, and that will clear the call as well. You get to search a monster here. That's fine. We've got Forceful for this. And I'm feeling pretty good about saving it. Yep, they're going to grab a tomato. Makes sense. We can get in for 14. Main 2, let's fire that Forceful. See what they've got planned. Reborn is not the best for them here, so I feel okay about taking the tomato, actually. Am I okay with that? So they could reborn a Sangan, get another search, but I feel like I'm fine with that because I'm getting 25 plus. Yeah, I feel like I'm fine with that. So honestly, tomato clears Senju and attacks in to the relinquished. Is that even that good for them though? I think I want to send back the reborn. Because like what are they getting off the tomato? And knock I can play around. Knock tomato. Yeah, this is fine. I could, yeah, I don't think there's a way they kill me here. They can do, oh, they could kill me if they draw Change of Heart. Is that something that I'm worried about? Not really. Change of Heart would be disastrous for me, actually. Because they take relinquished, attack in for 25, and then sack 2. So I think I will just use the reborn here and play it. So if they don't draw change and I reborn, what's the big punish here? Either way, I don't win next turn, I don't think, but I'm gonna fire the reborn, and I'm gonna bring back this Sangan in defense because this does prevent like a Change of Heart play or a Snatch Steal play, both of which would kill me here. So I do indeed have to do this. It's a bit unfortunate. I could have reborn the Sangan earlier to get in more damage, but I think this is ultimately fine. And maybe this is a bit too conservative. Maybe I'm playing a bit too protectively, but I think it's fine. They're going to get a search here, but it's not going to be a tomato, I don't think, because that's their third copy. They can get out another Sangan, but that can't clear the relinquished here. And so I think we're fine with that. Yep, they're going to bring out Sangan. They will indeed crash into our Sangan, which I think is ultimately fine. We can get this Sonic Bird to hand here. If we do this, we search out a... Oh, okay, they've got confiscation. So they can take the relinquished from our hand, shut off the Sonic Bird, which is obviously unfortunate. And they also get a search here. So I think we would have had game if they didn't have confiscation, because we Sonic Bird, search out Black Illusion Ritual, tribute off the tomato in hand, suck up the Sangan, and that... no, that's 3,500. That's not quite lethal. But I think they do want to take the relinquished here. I mean, you could take the Sonic Bird too, but it's just kind of underwhelming because if we draw the Black Illusion Ritual, then we can suck up the Sangan either way. There's also reasoning to take the tomato maybe, but I don't know. They're in a very precarious position. They are indeed going to take the tomato. That's I guess that makes sense because, yeah, I mean, we have to tribute the Sonic Bird here if we want to do this. but I think this is fine. We're going to summon Sonic Bird, get our search here. Going to grab a Black Illusion Ritual to hand. Do we want to use it? No, I think we just want to attack in and then fire duo. So that is indeed what we're going to do. Let's just attack in. That's 100. And let's attack directly as well. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to grab Cannon Soldier. That makes perfect sense. You can get in for 14. And then we're going to... I mean, I'm not too scared of Cannon, honestly. I mean, what are they going to do with Cannon? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the change of heart stuff. Change of heart can actually kill us here. So I think I am just going to pay 1,000, discard their hand. Oh, what they could do next turn is they could crash the Cannon into Relinquish and then tribute off Cannon. That's really bad for them, though, but it is something they could do. I'm just going to pass to them. Heavy would be bad because they heavy the board. We lose Premature Burial and... Oh, wait, what would be really bad is MST, actually, on Relinquish. That would kill us. They've got MST on Relinquish, so they get rid of the Witch. They summon out Mechanical Chaser, and that is indeed game. I didn't think of that. And that's one of the risks of playing Relinquish. It's a bit of a complicated deck. So, you know, it is... You can just lose by that. So maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I got too greedy. And, you know, who knows if they'll see that line. Okay, good. So we do go into game 2 here. And I felt pretty good about that game. Honestly, our deck is kind of pre-sided against good stuff, so I don't really feel the need to side out of anything. The hand drips could be good to side out for games 2 and 3, but if we're going, like, first, but... I'm honestly okay with this. So let's just, let's think about this for a little bit more. Yeah, no, I'm fine with the deck as is. Let's see what they're going to do against us. I feel pretty good here. Yeah, I feel good. Maybe we'll get majorly punished for not siding in stuff, but this is a crazy hand here. Wow, this is very good. Oh, but they've got Comfy, so that makes it a little bit less good, but they can't really take the Dark Hole because we can just Magician of Faith it back. They might have a way to deal with Magician of Faith, which would be unfortunate, but it's something that we can get back later. So, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what to pick there. You might even pick Sonic Bird because he can get us into Black Illusion Ritual. Mystic Tomato can get us into a Recruiter, which gets us into Sonic Bird, so it's like not even the best. You don't take Mystic Tomato, I don't think, because we have another one in hand. So maybe the Faith is what to pick. It's tricky. There's a lot of different options here that you could go for. So we'll just have to see what they do. I mean, this is one of the nice things about Relinquished as a deck is that it often forces your opponent to make very tough decisions, as there's so many things that the deck can do. Of course, in this format, there are some major choke points. If your opponent has Imperial Order, it can really shut down a lot of the deck. But, I mean, it's just nice deck thinning with Sonic Bird and Senju, even if you're not able to activate the Ritual right away. So, I like the deck a lot. It's really surprised me this tournament. I didn't think that I'd be able to get as far as I did, but I managed to make it all the way to finals. So I hope that this inspires more people to experiment with the deck and try it out more. So we'll have to see. They're going to send the Sonic Bird, and I think that makes a lot of sense here. As I said, gets us into some other stuff. Ooh, painful choice. That is indeed a painful choice. I'm probably going to get some good ones here. The question is, what do we give them? I think if they send a Jinzo, we probably want to just give them Jinzo. I don't know. That's tricky. Painful Choice is one of the trickiest cards in this format, I think, both to play and also to play against. I I do think that, like, for the opponent of the player I do think that for the opponent of the player playing painful, it's a bit easier because you've got a set number of things that you get to pick from. But for the player, you got to really think about like what you want and what you don't mind losing from your deck. As you know, anything sent off painful can potentially get lost for later. Of course, Magician of Faith does exist, so that can get back cards. And, you know, if they did open Magician of Faith, that's very good. You know, if they do set a monster here, I don't think I fire Dark Hole, as I feel like that's way too greedy on my part, and they could just set a Sangan or a Witch to play around it. So they're going to send the 2 hand rips there, which I think makes a lot of sense. I don't really want to give them that. Ooh, 2 trap holes as well. That's interesting. I think I want to give them a trap hole. Faith is just too much of a problem. I can at least play around trap hole a little. Like next turn I can just set a tomato, which is not bad. Now if that's a Faith set, then I get just, oh my god, I just get so punished. Do I fire Dark Hole now and just set? I could. I've got 2 Faiths in hand. And like, what are they getting off the Recruiter? I can get, yeah, I'm just going to go for it. Dark Hole. Oh, wow. I'm very happy about that. That's really good. Let's set a tomato as a bluff. We don't need to get back the Dark Hole right now with the Faith. And if they've got Change of Heart, we really don't want to let them take that. But I feel really good about that. It was a bit of a greedy play, but it worked out for us. So let's see what they do here. They're checking their graveyard. So I think they're maybe seeing if they do Change of Heart here, what do they get? Oh, but they're going in to a tomato there. We'll lose our tomato. That's fine. And I think I do want to grab a Sangan. So we do have 1 tomato in hand. So, like, this is fine. Forceful, that's pretty good. I think I do want to fire the Forceful just to see what they're working with here. They got changed, and that's really bad. Okay, so they did set the trap hole. This is a very worrying hand, though. Wow. Snatch 2 we don't really care about. I think we don't really care about heavy either, because we don't have back row. It could be really bad for later, but I think we care most about the Reborn. Maybe not right now. It's really tough. I think we do just send the Reborn. Yeah, let's send the Reborn back. That is a very annoying card to deal with. They have heavy Snatch. It's good to know about. And we know that they don't have like a Change of Heart. So I feel okay just setting the Magician, switching Sangan to defense, passing back to them, see what they do. We can get Dark Hole, go for a big play later. So I feel okay about this. They are going to think here for a bit. They drew Raigeki. Ah, darn it. Okay, well, we get a search off this. I don't necessarily know what we want to get, as it's like if we search out one of the things to fetch us a piece of Relinquished, then it's a bit I think we just want to grab a Sangan. So let's grab a Sangan. That was probably the best thing that they could have drawn there. Well, Change of Heart would have been better, but this is fine. Ooh, Premature Burial is very nice here. I'm just going to set the... do I set the tomato again? I could set the tomato again. I kind of like the Faith set, though. I'm going to set a Faith. And then attempt to use tomato to bait out like a trap hole later, maybe. Oh, that Pot of Greed. Damn, that's pretty good. If they got change here, then that's really, really bad for us. That is potentially the end of the game if they've got Change of Heart here. But I feel okay about this otherwise. So let's see what they do. They got Mechanical Chaser. That's fine because we can get back Dark Hole. So that's part of why I set the Magician of Faith last turn as well, because it's like baiting out them to like, think that we don't have a way to get back Dark Hole. So I feel pretty good about this. I'm just going to fire the Dark Hole, clear their board. I do know about I know about Snatch Steal and Heavy in Hand, which is ultimately fine. I could also pre-mat here. I don't really think I need to. I'm going to summon out the Sangan. And let's just get in for 1,000. I feel like that's a good option. So let's do it. I'll attack in for 1,000. And then main 2, I'll just pass. Don't need to set into the heavy. I don't think there are ways that they can kill us out of nowhere here, but maybe I should have set the bluff. I mean, if they can kill us out of nowhere, then they can just hit over the heavy. So so 400 off the Sangan. We will indeed search out a Senju, as this can get us to Relinquished, and we've got the Black Illusion Ritual in hand. That's a worrying set there. Might be a bluff, though. So let's see what we can do here. Let's summon out... let's just summon out Senju. Ask if that's okay. Okay, so it is okay. Let's grab ourselves a Relinquished here. So we've got Relinquished in hand. And then, let's just go for the Relinquished Tribute. If they've got Imperial Order. Yeah, they do have Imperial Order. That is extremely unfortunate. That's really bad for us. They can let that lapse, deal 2,800 to us with the Senju, or just crash in to our Senju here. Yeah, that's really bad for us. Okay, we'll pass back to them. We could have played a bit more conservatively by setting the tomato here, but I think I just had to go for this play. It's just really rough. Let's see if they let this lapse. If they don't, it's ultimately fine because we can set tomato next turn. Yeah, they're not going to. So we can set tomato next turn. They'll get out probably a tomato here. They could get out a cannon soldier as well, which would be bad for us. Oh, they're just getting out Witch. That is ultimately fine. We'll take the 11. They'll pass back to us. Another spell. Well, let's set the tomato. Let's set a Snatch Steal, I guess, as a bluff, and pass back to them. Maybe they're going to let the Imperial Order lapse now. Please. Probably not, because our deck can't play through Imperial Order. Yep, they are indeed going to let that die. And they're going to... What are they going to do here? They're just going to attack in. That does not clear the tomato there. We can attack over the Witch next turn, but it's kind of a rough... Oh my god, another spell. That would be crazy if it wasn't for that Imperial Order. So next turn, what are they doing? They've got Snatch Steal online, so they attack... Oh, this is really bad. This is actually terrible for us. I think we do have to just hit into their set. It's a Sangan, which is actually really bad. We just lose the game because they let the Imperial Order lapse. They go for Cannon Soldier, and that's the end of the game because they've got a Snatch Steal. Yep. But it would have been the end of the game either way, I think, because, we would have been at 200, but, it would not matter here. There are some cheeky things I can do, but they can just fire a heavy here either way, so it doesn't matter. I was thinking maybe we could activate the Snatch Steal, just target the Witch, so that way then Imperial Order does die. They just heavy, and that will be the end of the game. So, good game 2. Maybe if we had played a bit differently, if we had played around Imperial Order, maybe it could have gone differently, but that Imperial Order really messed us up, and there wasn't really much we could do against that. I think we played well otherwise. There wasn't really anything we could do against Imperial Order, and that's a big flaw that this deck has. It can't really play too well against Imperial Order, as it just shuts down so many of the deck's combos. So it's very unfortunate. Maybe instead of these Solemns, we should go for 3 Dust Tornadoes. as it does seem like they're on Cannon Soldier, and Cannon Soldier can really punish Solemns. So, yeah, I'm just going to go... Do I want 3 Dust Tornadoes? Maybe not 3. Maybe I want some Ceasefires as well. I'm going to put in these 2 Dust Tornadoes and 1 Ceasefire. I don't think I need 5 Spell and Trap Removers. Maybe I'll... no, because I can chain MST to IO. Yeah. I'll go for this. See how it turns out. This maybe isn't the best siding options. The Solemns can be very nice, but with Cannon Soldier being in the deck and so searchable, it becomes a lot less good. And it doesn't really do anything against an established IO. So I think that this is fine. Also, you know, I might be playing a little bit fast and loose because given this tournament's double elimination, if I do lose this game, I do have the chance to win the next game. So I am a bit favored in that regard. So it's not the worst thing in the world if I do lose this one. But let's hope that this game goes a bit better. Forceful is a great draw to start off the game with. So let's just fire that. See what they've got. See what we have to worry about. Wow! Oh my goodness. This is a hand. Yeah, I'm going to take the duo. But they've got Moth ×2. Mech Chaser and Bug. That's a little bit worrying, but we've got Raigeki to deal with most of that. So I feel ultimately fine. I mean, we're just going to summon out this Mechanical Chaser and set one. Pass back to them. And it should be fine. I mean, they could crash their Mech Chaser into ours, but we've got Raigeki for later. And I feel ultimately good about this. Yeah, I feel fine about this. Let's see what they do here. The MST is kind of just rotting here, as we know that they don't really have any spells and traps, but that's fine. They're just going to pass to us, makes sense. Imperial Order is very nice. I mean, let's just set that. Might as well. We don't have any monsters, but we're feeling pretty good. They're just going to set one, set another, pass back to us. That's fine. Ooh, that Jinzo's pretty good. We don't have to do anything here. They don't have any spells, so like, I don't know, why Raigeki? I mean, yeah, it's just why Raigeki? They didn't set Magician of Faith. They definitely set Bug. So let's just pass. I mean, if they did set Magician of Faith, you know, kudos to them for the bold play. But that is fine on our part. That is absolutely fine. We draw Senju. Senju is crazy here. So let us go for Senju. Is it crazy? It's not the best, actually. We could do Senju, then Raigeki. Yeah, let's just open up our deck a little bit. Let's summon out Senju. And let's see if that's fine. That is indeed fine. So let's grab a Relinquished here. Yep, there's one. Now we got 2. We decked in a little bit. I feel like for the battle phase, we can just attack into the Witch. We could attack into what we presume is Bug, but we kind of want to clear Witch. They can get a search here, but ultimately that's fine. So let's just attack in there. And let's see what they search. They might search out a Jinzo, which is fine by us. Oh, they're searching out Tomato. That makes more sense. Either way, I think we're okay with this. They're not going to pop our Senju because they want to crash into it with Tomato. And we are okay with that. Let's see what they do here. They're going to fire Dust. Oh, that is a good one. They're going to hit the Imperial Order. That's really bad. We wanted that to stick around for more, but ultimately it's fine. This is all fine. Oh, the mask. Oof. That's very good on their part. What are they going to do main 2? They're going to just pass. Let's see. We draw Dust Tornado, which isn't the best here. We could... I mean, I don't know. What do we want to do here? We got to deal with the Mass Sorcerer. What we could do is we could snatch the Sork and then attack into their set. That would be kind of cute. It also might be a little bit bad. I mean, I don't know. What have they got? Like, we could just go for Jinzo here. But then they get back. It's really bad. Really bad for us. There's a big thinker. Could snatch Sork. Let's just... You know what? Let's just do this play. Let's snatch the Sork. And then attack into their set. I presume they did not side in to another Sork. Main 2, let's just set Dust Tornado. Why not? Pass back to them. Let's see what they do. Yep, that's fine. They're going to attack in for 1,000. That is absolutely okay. A-okay by us. Let's see what they do here. They're going to set one, set another, pass back to us. We could just go for the double. Oh, man, this is really bad. We are drawing terribly. Oh, my God. This is just awful. This is absolute agony. Wow. I would kill for a monster. Take another 1,000. Like, this is absolutely terrible. Oh, my God. Call is not even that good here. Call, like, does basically nothing. I mean, I don't even know. What do we do? What do we do here? Like, what have we used? I mean, Mech Chaser is decent to get back. But we kind of got to go for some other stuff here first. I don't know. This is a big thinker. I'm just not drawing any monsters here. We can afford another hit off Sangan, maybe. I don't know. This is a big thinker. We can afford another. The issue is if they flip up, they have lines to kill us here. Let's go for the Raigeki. It's really unfortunate, but I think we do go for the Raigeki. We do hit a Faith, but they don't have any spells in Grave, so like, who cares? They get a search here. Obviously unfortunate, but it is what it is. They're going to get Tomato. Makes sense. Let's set this call. It's obviously not the best, but like it's something at least. Yep, that's fine. What are they going to do here? They're checking their graveyard. No. Let's do MST. Target the Premat. That's why we play the MST, folks. Let's go. It's really bad to call back the Mech Chaser. I don't want to do it. We might have to. So I am going to go for it. Yeah, they do have an MST for that. I mean, it's rough, but not much we can really do there. And they're going to pass back to us, which makes a lot... What? Oh, my God. This is awful. This is the worst series of draws I've ever seen. My God. This is absolutely abhorrent. I have drawn no monsters. Oh, my... Oh, wow. This is agony. No, I've got Call or Dust. Get that out of here. This is I don't even know what to say about this. This is just absolutely terrible. Sonic, oh my, thank the Lord. I know that last card of theirs is going to be Io, which is, I mean, It's real bad. But let's go for a Sonic Bird. Please let me do this. That's fine by them. Let's grab a Black Illusion Ritual, and let's add that to hand. Do we even tribute the Sonic Bird on field? We might want to tribute the Relinquished in our hand. I mean, if that's IO, we just lose. So, like, I don't even know. Let's go for Black Illusion Ritual, tributing the other Relinquished in our hand. To special summon out this Relinquished. If they've got IO, that, oh, thank the Lord. Let's do this. Oh, wait. We misplayed. We misplayed. Because I want to do this. Yeah. So, misordered this. We could have dealt 2,000 to them. Let's see if it actually ends up mattering. Maybe I should have... I mean, if that's Mirror Force, we kind of get owned here either way. But luckily, it doesn't look like it is. Let's see if that 500 ends up mattering. It might. I doubt it will, but it might. This is really bad for us. We could have fired the Comfy, but I think we just lose the game if we fire the Comfy. So, yeah. Heavy Storm, we probably lose the game here anyways. Yep, that is the end of the game. Okay, we're going to match 2. This was agony. That game was agony. Not much we could have done there. If we had done the Relinquished in defense, it would have maybe made a difference. But I don't know how much of a difference it would have made. Like, I think we were losing the game long term there either way, and we had to get aggressive. But this is a great hand here, so feeling very good about this. And they just set one pass. Oh wow, another Senju. I mean, Senju or Sonic Bird? The age-old question. Let's go for Senju. So we get a search here. Let's bring out a Relinquished to hand. Maybe we should have gone for the Sonic Bird, because if they've got hand rips, then... Yeah, we probably should have done Sonic Bird. Slight misplay on our part, but it's fine. We've got Comfy. Ooh, Change is bad. Reborn's bad as well, but I think we care more about the Change. So let's do Change. I think other than that, we're fine. Like, we're fine here. They've got Mech, Tomato, Sangan, Reborn. Reborn can be annoying, but we can play around it a bit. And I think we're just going to pass. Yeah, I think we did mess up. I think we should have summoned Sonic Bird, all things being equal. Because now if they get a hand rip, then we could be in a lot of trouble here. Okay, they're just going to set to pass. That is fine. But ooh, there's no way we... No, we'll save the Change of Heart Jinzo play for later. Let's bring out Sonic Bird. That's fine by them. Let's add a Black Illusion Ritual to hand. And I think we probably want to just get the Sonic Bird off field. So let's activate this. See what they do. That's fine by them. Okay. So this is a bit of an interesting thinker. Think on cost, because we could just bring Relinquish out in defense, tributing off Sonic Bird, because they can just reborn. They need to bring out... They don't have any monsters engraved to actually make this play really work too well. Senju's a card out of deck, though, so, like... Yeah, I'm going to tribute the Sonic Bird, bring out Relinquished in defense. I'm going to suck up that set there. Let's just flip it. Oh, that's a Morphing Jar. Okay. So that means that the Reborn is the set. That's good to know. We're just going to pass back to them. Morphing Jar would have made this really bad here. That was a good play on their part. But I don't know exactly what they do here. They can clear the Relinquished if they really want to. But I'm not sure that's the best play. So let's see what they do. They might just do it anyways, and honestly, if they do that anyways, we're fine because we get Change of Heart Jinzo. We got Mystic Tomato. We've got tons of stuff, so I feel fine here. They're thinking. They're thinking about clearing the Relinquished, I think. That's the main consideration that I would be thinking about here. And it's a good consideration to make. Knowing that that set is a bluff is really nice. If we do draw like Mystical Space Typhoon, it could be good just to clear that. That would be pretty decent. But we'll have to see what happens here. This is very much like anyone's game at this point. Kind of tricky. We do have Change into Jinzo, which I'm really excited to use that combo later if they don't hand rip it out of us. But yeah, okay, that's pretty. Oh my goodness, that is actually insane. That's insane. This is a big thinker. We might want to tribute the Relinquished on. No, we don't. There's no way we tribute the Relinquished on field. Let's just go for. I mean, this is killer. Wow, this is absolutely killer. I mean, I think we do Senju. Do we save the Black Illusion? Yeah, I think it's best to save it. Yeah. Yeah, no need to get greedy. Let's bring out Senju. Let's search our deck for a Relinquished. Let's add that to hand. Because it's really greedy if they draw like board clears. Yeah. Let's go. We could just deal them damage before doing this, but let's be good. Let's protect our life points here. It is Tomato, so that's fine. They get out another Tomato. They can crash the Senju next turn and do some fun stuff, and then clear the Relinquished. But honestly, I am fine with that. Because we've got another Relinquished in hand, so I feel very good about this. That is fine. So it looks like they are going to clear our Relinquished here. Bring out Witch. Yep, that makes sense. Attack in. So this goes to Grave, and then they're going to attack in. Yep, that makes perfect sense on their part. Oh, that's rough. This could be really bad for us, depending on what they hit. They hit Black Illusion Ritual, so there's no point in keeping this Relinquished in hand. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can we win here? The Snatch Steal plus Change. That's 21. No, we can't win. But we can do pretty well. Let's bring out a Tomato, and let's just attack in. We could attack into their Sangan. I feel like that's best. Let's attack into the Sangan. They're going to take 1,000 from that. The issue is they can Reborn our Relinquished, suck up the Tomato. That would be bad, but I think ultimately this is fine. Let's just pass. I'm feeling okay about this, but less okay about it than I was before. They haven't used Mechanical Chaser yet. That's the card in hand. And Reborn is on the field. Yep, they are indeed going to... Oh, they're reborning their own Tomato. Okay, that's fine. Is this lethal? Mathing. 28, 39, plus 53, plus 2,000. Yep, that is the end of the game. Yeah. Damn. That was a good one. We maybe could have gone a bit more aggressive there. Maybe we should have done that, but I feel like we played that well. Yeah, I feel like we played that fine. It's just really unfortunate, those draws. Yeah, with the cannons, I feel like it's best just to go into the ceasefire double dust tornado play here. This is really unfortunate. We're now in a very tough spot for winning the finals here. This is very rough. Maybe we could have... No, I feel like, again, I feel like we played that game fine. Yeah, we just didn't... We couldn't stop what they were cooking up, so... Bit unfortunate, but that does happen in these games. This is a great hand, it looks like. Let's just start with a delinquent duo. Why not? Pay 1,000. Let's see what we hit here. We hit the middle. With the snatch deal, we're happy with that. And they're sending a cannon soldier as well. Okay, let's set a Sangan here. Let's set a ceasefire. I don't know, why not? And let's pass back to them. The ceasefire is here in case they noblemen of cross out. Yep, that is fine. Let's fire the ceasefire. So flip that up. So they'll take 500. And we still get a search off the Sangan. They're thinking, though. They're thinking about something here. They're just going to go and attack in to the Sangan. What exactly do we want to get here is the question. We could just get another recruiter. We could... I think I'm going to get a tomato. We might want to... The reason for this is that if we draw like a Senju or something, or a Sonic Bird, yeah, if we draw a Sonic Bird here, then I feel good about that. Yeah, let's just... So we do know that they're on Nobleman, so we could get punished for doing Tomato, but I feel like Tomato set is perfectly fine. We can always Sonic Bird afterwards, and even if we draw Black Illusion Ritual, then we can just get the other one out of deck. Of course, if they've got another Nobleman here, we get majorly punished, but they've used up one, so I feel like this is okay. Let's see what they do here, though. Going to go for a Dust Tornado on the Mystical Space Typhoon. That is fine. This is a little bit unfortunate. They will clear the Tomato here. So what we're going to do is grab a Witch. This can search out Jinzo. So if they attack in for 300, then we can always Reborn, target a Recruiter, summon out Jinzo, and get in for a fair amount. If they've got Imperial Order, then, I mean, they're just too good. But if they don't have Imperial Order, then this should be fine. So let's go for Reborn, target Witch. They're thinking, oh my god, if they've got Imperial Order, then congratulations. There's the greatest duelists of all time. It does happen. They do know about Jinzo, so they might be debating firing a trap here as opposed to later. But I feel good about this. Okay, let's bring out that Witch in defense mode there and see what they got. They don't have anything there, so I'm curious why they did that. But let's tribute off the Witch for a Jinzo. Let's search here. We could search out... we could actually just search out Relinquished, like just hard search it. It is a little bit iffy. It's a little bit iffy. But I think we can afford to press the offensive here. So let's add the Relinquished. Let's just hard search it. It's like weird, but I think we have to do it. Let's just attack into the Mech Chaser. They're going to take 550 from that, and then let's pass turn. Curious to see what they are going to do here. They don't really have many good options. There are some things that can enable them to get out of this. They're just going to set one, switch the tomato to defense. That's interesting. I think I do want to go for... Oh, this is tricky. I could do the passive play here. So what are they getting off a Magician of Faith? They're getting a Snatch Steal. If it's Man-Eater Bug, they can pop Relinquished or Jinzo. If it's a bluff, yeah, let's just go for this. Sonic Bird. Let's search out the Black Illusion Ritual. Add that to hand there. And I'm gonna, what do we send? I think we send a Mechanical Chaser is probably the right pick. So let's special summon this out and attack, and then, let's just take the tomato because I feel good about this. If it's a Magician of Faith and they get back Snatch Steal, then I still feel fine. So let's go for attacking into the set with Sonic Bird. If it's Bug, we get a little bit punished here. It is Bug. They're going to pop the Jinzo. That's fine. I mean, let's just attack in. If they've got Mirror Force, then they've got Mirror Force. But, I'm not too worried about that. And we can just pass back to them, and I feel like we're in a very good spot here. Let's see what they do. Good thing is I don't think they have Mirror Force in their back row. They could, and they could have just been saving it, which, good on them for doing that. But I feel okay with this. I got a couple different options. They might be... If they have Reborn, they can bring back Jinzo, which would be unfortunate. But, then we can hit with Relinquished, suck up the Jinzo, so it's not the worst for us. I don't know. This is a formidable board. They could also have a tomato. Okay, sure. That's fine. Maybe this is bad for us, but I guess this does just make Relinquished have nothing on it, so that's okay. Dust Tornado is pretty good. They've used up Change of Heart, so we don't need to fear. Yeah, you know what? Let's be good. Let's summon out Tomato. See if that's fine. They could have Trap Hole. They do not. So let's just attack in with Tomato there. We'll save the Magician for later. And let's just set a Dust Tornado pass back to them. I feel okay about this board. There are some things that are bad for us, but I feel fine. Let's go for a Dust Tornado. On the call. We don't want them doing a tomato war on us because we will lose that war, I believe. Yep, we will indeed. So I feel good about this. Okay, there's a Dark Hole. And it passes back to us. I feel fine here. We're going to set Magician of Faith, set the Typhoon. We can Reborn back a Jinzo here. Yeah, that's fine. Change. Oh, wow, that's really good. Let's flip up the Magician of Faith. Let's see if that's okay. It is indeed okay. So let's add this Reborn to hand. Let's bring back the Jinzo. And that's fine by them. So I think we do just win the game here because we can just get in for 27 this turn. And we've got the change next turn. So we feel fine about this. And let's pass. I mean, if they've got a hand rip to rip the change from hand, that's also fine. We're in a very, very good position. But I feel like there's not really much they can do against this. They would have to have set the hand rip. Maybe we should have MST'd. We should have MST'd in... yeah, they've used up Snatch, so we should have MST'd in end phase here to play around if they have a hand rip set and then they draw something that can actually do something. So a slight error on our part. Let's see if it actually comes up. I feel pretty good about this either way, but it's a bit sad. That is the case. Okay, good. They're going, I mean, let's just fire this MST, the lag. Just to get info. Okay, it's a heavy, so I'm glad we did this. And let's change. Yep, and that will be the end of the game. So, whew, going in to the third game here. Wow, this has been an intense one. We're at the very end of the second match here, and this could be anyone's game, really. What do I side in? So we know they brought in Nox, which is obviously unfortunate for us. So I think I do like this siding regime here. We maybe want to bring in a bug in place of a tornado. But like Imperial Order shut this down so badly. I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna bring in one bug. I think 4 ways to deal with IO should be hopefully good. And hopefully this bug will help us. Maybe the cannons. Nah, I'm gonna bring in the bug. The nice thing about the bug too is if they knock the bug, they're losing a lot of cards from their deck. So I feel like this is fine. Wow, this would have been a crazy turn 1 opener. As is, we might get hand ripped, but that is fine. Painful is fine here. Let's see what they send. They're probably going to send a variety of hand rips and a Jinzo and some other stuff. That is all a-okay on our part. But let's see what they do here exactly. Yep, Duo, Confi, Forceful, not giving them any of those. Pot and... Oh, IO could be bad for us. Oh, this is really rough. I think we give them IO here. As much as that pains me to... man, this is a big thinker. Wow. They picked some very good ones. Forceful's always already kind of rough. I might have to give them the Confi, actually. Cost them 1,000. They send one of our cards to grave. They know what we're on, but like... man. This is really tough. I think they can play better under IO than we can. We can also give them the pot. Like, that's obviously really bad for us, but, like, we know that IO's out of deck. We know that all the hand rips are out of deck. Yeah, I'm going to give them pot. I'm going to give... that's really rough, but, like, I think we have to do this. Yeah, it just feels so bad, but I think we have to do this. That's just terrible for us, though. Black Illusion Ritual is okay. Let's summon out Tomato here. And that's fine by them. Let's attack into their set. If it's Morphing Jar, that'd be really funny. But yep, it's the Magician of Faith. That is a-okay by us. Let's just try and hit that out of their hand here. We've got a Duo. Let's roll it. They've got 6 cards exactly, so that's pretty nice. Let's just hit that one. It's the bug. Okay, they're going to send a stone as well. And let's fire the Forceful. And they've got a Tomato of their own, a Faith, a Prima. I mean, let's just send the Faith back because it's kind of bad for us. Yeah, let's just send the Faith back. Yeah. And we know they've got Duo, Tomato, Premat. Okay, and now let's set to play around Duo and pass back to them. If they've got an MST set, then bravo, but I've got an Imperial Order. Did they draw an MST? No, it does not look like it. They're going to bring out this Tomato. That's fine by us. Let's just get Tomato crashing. Let's bring out... What do we want to bring out? Let's bring out a... We could bring out more tomatoes. Let's just do that. Let's just bring out more tomatoes. There's another tomato for them. Let's just deck thin all the way. Here's another tomato for us. There's another tomato for them. And let's deck thin some more. Let's bring out a witch. Witch. They're bringing out a witch as well. Okay. It's fine by us. They've got duo pre-mat, which honestly I'm not too upset about them using. Do I let the Imperial Order die? I think I might. No, because then I have to No, it's not worth it here. I'll just pay 700 and let's just whoop. Pass back to them. Now we get majorly punished here if they've got Dust Tornado Change of Heart. That would be absolutely terrible for us. So let's hope they don't do that. But I feel like this is fine. Like, duo is insane here. That is unfortunate. Oh, wow. That's actually not the best for us here. It's like kind of rough. I will pay the 7 again because again, like, what am I saving it for, right? Let's go to main. So the issue is if they get, so there is an issue. Okay, so yeah. So I'm gonna go for Sonic Bird here and try and use the effect that will go through. So let's add this Black Illusion Ritual to hand. And let's attack in to their set monster in case it's like Faith. It's okay. Mass Sorcerer is fine. The issue here is they can go Witch, Crash into Sonic Bird, Tribute the Sorcerer for Jinzo, which is really bad for me. So I need to set this. They've used up a heavy. If they've got another heavy, then that's really bad. But ultimately, I think I have to do this. They're thinking here. Yeah, if they've got another heavy, then this could potentially just be the end of the game if they Witch Crash into Sonic Bird, grab Jinzo, tribute over Jinzo, and get off to the races here. Oh, they've just got Jinzo pure. Okay, yeah, we might just lose the game here. That is really bad for us. That's insanely bad for us. Is it? It's pretty bad for us. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. What are they getting? They could get like Faith. That'd be. Oh, they're getting Bug. That makes sense. I mean, pre-mat. That is fine. Oh yeah, that's really bad for us. Okay. So yeah, that's Grave. They get a search off this. Probably a Cannon Soldier, I'd assume. And I think I have to get a... this feels... There are not really many good options here. I think I might just have to get a Senju and hope to get lucky. Yeah, I think I just have to get a Senju and try and get lucky. Yeah, this is really bad for us, though. It is Faith, so we will be able to get back the... Probably want... Oh, this is just kind of rough. I think we want probably Forceful. And yeah, they will get in for 900. That's really unfortunate. They're going to fire Duo here for sure. Yeah, as long as they don't hit Senju, we're good. Oh, that is... Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. Oh, that was what we needed them not to hit. I felt like we were fine as long as they didn't hit that, but that's really bad. It's really bad for us. Let's go for Chaser. And that's fine by them. Let's attack into the Sorcerer so that way they don't get more advantage. And let's try and just hope that we hit something good here. This is awkward. This is awkward. So if we let them keep... this is pretty bad for us. Yeah, it's really bad for us. If we let them keep Bug, it buys us a turn. Then they can clear... I feel like we do send the Bug. If they get Reborn, then we lose. But I think we lose anyways if they get Reborn. So let's just send the Bug. This is really bad for us. They've got Mech in hand, but yeah, this is really bad for us. We're in a really tough spot here. It's kind of like we have to draw to Senju or Bust because, I mean, this is just so bad for us. Oh, they've got Fisher. Okay, that is the end of the game. Yeah, that's... GG's. Very well played to Aratos. Yeah, this was just very tough for us to win here. Maybe we should have done something different, but anyways, great games. So I hope you enjoyed my live sort of commentary on the game. And yeah, I look forward to the next one. So peace.